module in the infield language study course is called Learn to Listen to and Understand Native Speakers. Now, in this module, the objectives are to help missionaries understand the importance of listening to their native language, as well as how to understand native speakers, how to make their own listening activities during language study, and how to actively listen to native speakers. Now, listening is also an essential skill. Similar to reading, it provides a foundation of language for them to use when they speak or write. Listening is different than reading, though, because listening is decoding dynamic language. So this is language that is not written down, and it's more difficult to understand the meaning of, except that it can be more simple because they can negotiate meaning with the people they're talking to. Now, this is a very important skill for missionaries, and let's look at the module in the course. Now here, once again, you'll see the importance of listening, the importance of this skill, right? And you'll see 3 challenges here. This isn't as heavy of a module as other modules, but it's packed full of great information. Let's look here at design your own listening practice, challenge number 2. You'll see here, once again, a short video under 2 minutes and a short challenge here. We want them to use a quiz to make their own listening practice. There's also another document here that shows them listening practice activities. And it's having trouble loading. So let's look at the quiz right here and we'll do this together. So, question 1. When do you struggle to understand people? Is it during one-way conversation or two-way conversation? When people are telling long stories? When people ask questions unrelated to missionary work? When people answer your questions? There's a typo there. Well, for me, I struggle when people tell detailed stories. Okay. What topics are hard for you to understand? Be specific and list out 3 to 5. Are they topics related to missionary work or outside of missionary work? Outside missionary work. And they're topics related to jobs or occupations. Also, social situations, personal histories. So these are my topics that I can start looking at to gain inspiration. I could use this for reading as well. I could use these topics and go, oh, I'm going to read some talks about that. But I can also use it for listening on Facebook or other conference talks or any other place where there's something I can listen to natives speak about those topics. Question 3. Choose a way to listen to someone speaking that helps you practice a selected topic in a scenario when you struggle to understand. Will it be a social media post, a member conversation, another missionary, a church video? So yeah, I'm going to choose, I will look on Facebook for a member telling a story about their life. And I will comment on the video. That way, if I comment on the video, they're gonna, it's accountability to me to really understand what they're saying. When will this practice happen? How long will it take? Oh yeah, I have to know when this is gonna happen. So tomorrow, and it'll take 15 minutes. And if you're having a conversation with a native speaker, so I'm not having a conversation with a native speaker, what will you do after the practice to continue practicing the language that you learned? Yeah, I said I will comment on social media about the story. I will also share my own story of when I read the Book of Mormon for the first time. And I'll submit that quiz. And once again, you'll see some comments here. So use these quizzes with the missionaries, and they're going to get a lot of value out of doing this with you. They're going to get your advice. They're going to see what they could work on. It's going to be a huge benefit to them. So I invite you to work with missionaries, to listen to something together. This is your invitation. When you work with a missionary, plan on listening to something together, and then do an activity with them. You could do this quiz to start and then do the activity that you create from the quiz with the missionary. That'll be very impactful for the missionary to see that you care enough to do the activity with them. And then I'll set the stage for them doing the activity on their own.